There's a very powerful energy surrounding this reading, and the moment these cards were pulled, one message came through very clearly. Someone connected to you has been trying very hard to pretend that their feelings for you do not exist. They have been acting distant, controlled, maybe even cold at times. On the outside, it may look like they have moved on, like they are completely unaffected by your presence. But the truth that is unfolding here is very different. The energy around this situation is filled with denial, suppressed emotions, and feelings that have been buried so deeply that even this person is trying to convince themselves that they are not real. Before we go deeper into this message, I want you to remember something important. Every reading carries different energies for different people. So as you listen to this message, simply allow your intuition to guide you. Only take what resonates with you. Now, the reason this energy feels so intense is because the connection between you and this person was never something ordinary. This was not just a casual interaction or a temporary emotional moment. The energy between you created something that left a deep impression on their heart. Whether they admitted it or not, whether they showed it or not, something about you reached a part of them that very few people ever touch. And that is exactly where the denial began. Sometimes when emotions become too strong, people panic. Instead of embracing what they feel, they try to control it. They try to rationalize it. They tell themselves that it is not that serious, that it is just a passing attraction, that it will fade with time. But what happens when those feelings refuse to disappear? What happens when every attempt to ignore the connection only makes it grow stronger? That is the situation this person finds themselves in right now. They have been trying to convince themselves that they do not care the way they actually do. They have been telling themselves that they are fine without you, that they are emotionally detached, that whatever happened between you was not that meaningful. But behind that mask of denial, their thoughts continue returning to you again and again. Your presence left a mark on their mind and on their heart, even if you have not spoken recently. Even if there has been distance or silence, the energetic connection between you has not disappeared. In fact, the silence may have only made their internal struggle stronger. Because when someone tries to run from their feelings, those emotions do not vanish. They simply become louder inside the mind. This person may be acting normal on the outside. They may appear busy, distracted, or completely focused on other things. But the truth is that their thoughts keep circling back to you. Certain memories replay in their mind. Certain moments between you still feel unfinished. And no matter how much they try to push those thoughts away, they continue returning. The denial is not because the feelings are weak. The denial is happening because the feelings are too strong to comfortably face. Admitting what they feel would mean confronting emotions they have been avoiding. It would mean acknowledging that this connection affected them far more deeply than they ever planned. And for someone who prefers control over their emotions, that realization can feel overwhelming. But the energy here suggests something important is beginning to shift. The longer someone suppresses their truth, the harder it becomes to maintain that illusion. And right now, the emotional walls this person built around their heart are starting to crack. Whether they realize it consciously or not, their feelings are slowly rising to the surface. Something within them is changing. And as this reading continues, the cards will begin revealing exactly why this denial started, what this person has truly been feeling behind the silence, and what may happen next as the truth they have been avoiding becomes impossible for them to hide any longer. As we move deeper into the energy of this reading, the story behind this connection begins to reveal itself more clearly. What the cards are showing is not just a simple situation where someone likes you but hasn't said it yet. This energy is much more complicated than that. The person connected to you has been experiencing very strong emotions, but instead of embracing those feelings, they have been trying to deny them. They have been acting as if nothing significant ever happened between you, yet their inner world tells a very different story. The first card that appears in the heart of this situation is the Two of Cups. This card represents a powerful emotional connection between two people. It often appears when there is genuine attraction, emotional recognition, and a sense of familiarity that cannot easily be explained. When the Two of Cups shows up, it usually means that both individuals felt something meaningful when they crossed paths. It is the kind of connection where the energy flows naturally. Conversations feel effortless. There is a sense of emotional understanding that goes beyond surface level interaction. This connection between you and this person carried that exact energy. Whether your relationship was brief or extended over time, something about your presence created a deep impression on their heart. You may have felt the connection yourself, sensing that there was something unspoken yet powerful between the two of you. And the truth is, they felt it too. The difference is that while you may have allowed yourself to acknowledge the emotional depth of the connection, this person responded very differently. Instead of leaning into those emotions, they tried to distance themselves from them. The next card appearing here helps explain why this happened. The King of Cups reveals a personality that feels emotions very deeply, but does not easily express them. This is someone who often keeps their feelings hidden behind a calm and composed exterior. People around them may see them as emotionally stable, mature, and controlled. But beneath that calm surface exists a very rich emotional world. The King of Cups energy is not someone who lacks feelings. In fact, this person likely feels things very intensely. The difference is that they are used to managing those emotions quietly. They may have learned in the past that showing vulnerability can be risky, so they develop the habit of keeping their deeper feelings private. When the emotional connection with you began to grow, it stirred something inside them that they were not fully prepared to face. They realized that you had the ability to affect them emotionally in a way that was difficult to control. And instead of allowing themselves to explore those feelings openly, they began trying to contain them. That is where the energy of the Eight of Swords begins to appear. This card represents someone feeling mentally trapped. It shows a person surrounded by their own thoughts, creating limitations that may not actually exist outside their mind. In this situation, the Eight of Swords suggests that the person connected to you has been overthinking the connection. Their mind has been working constantly, trying to analyze what happened between you, trying to understand their own emotional reaction, and trying to convince themselves that it is better to ignore those feelings. But the more they try to mentally push the connection away, the more their thoughts seem to return to it. They may find themselves remembering small details about you. Certain conversations may replay in their mind. Even ordinary moments that you shared may hold emotional significance for them now. The Eight of Swords shows that this person has created a mental barrier between themselves and their emotions. But that barrier is not truly protecting them. Instead, it is keeping them stuck in a cycle of denial. Now your energy becomes very visible in this reading through the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups represents emotional depth, compassion, and intuitive awareness. You may naturally have an energy that makes people feel emotionally safe around you. You might be someone who listens carefully, who understands the feelings of others without needing many explanations. Your emotional presence carries warmth and sincerity. This kind of energy often has a powerful effect on people who are not used to being emotionally open. When this person encountered your energy, something inside them felt understood in a way they had not expected. Even if you never spoke about deep emotions directly, your presence may have created a sense that you could see through the surface of things. For someone who is used to maintaining emotional control, that can feel both comforting and unsettling at the same time. Comforting because they felt accepted. Unsettling because they realized their emotional defenses might not work around you. The Queen of Cups energy invites honesty without demanding it. It encourages emotional awareness simply through presence. And that presence awakened feelings inside this person that they were not ready to confront. As time passed, those feelings did not disappear. Instead, they remained quietly active beneath the surface. This is why the next card appears with a very restless energy. The Page of Wands represents curiosity and the urge to reconnect. This card often shows up when someone is thinking about reaching out, but has not yet found the courage to act on that impulse. The Page of Wands suggests that this person has been thinking about you more often than they would admit. They may wonder what you are doing now. They may question whether you still think about them. Sometimes memories of your time together may suddenly appear in their mind without warning. This energy carries the feeling of someone observing from a distance. They may check on you indirectly. They may notice things about your life. They may replay past conversations, wondering whether there were moments when they should have expressed themselves differently. The curiosity inside them continues to grow, but hesitation has kept them from taking action. However, the final card appearing in this reading suggests that this internal struggle cannot continue forever. The Knight of Cups appears as the closing energy of this situation. This card represents someone who eventually follows their heart. It is the energy of emotional honesty, romantic intention, and the courage to acknowledge true feelings. The Knight of Cups often appears when someone reaches a point where they can no longer deny what they feel. In this reading, the Knight of Cups suggests that the denial phase this person has been living in is beginning to weaken. At first, they experienced the emotional connection shown by the Two of Cups. Then they tried to control their feelings through the calm restraint of the King of Cups. Their mind became trapped in doubt and overthinking through the Eight of Swords. Your emotional presence continued influencing them through the Queen of Cups. Their curiosity about you grew through the Page of Wands. And now the Knight of Cups shows the possibility of emotional truth finally rising to the surface. This person has been trying to convince themselves that their feelings were temporary or unimportant. They may have told themselves that distancing from you was the safest choice. But the emotional impression you left on them has never fully disappeared. Your presence created something real within their heart. And now they are slowly beginning to realize that running away from those feelings did not erase them. It only delayed the moment when they would finally have to face the truth about what you truly mean to them. As we close this reading, the energy shows that someone has been trying very hard to deny what they feel for you. They may act distant or unaffected, but deep down the connection has never truly left their heart. The more they try to ignore it, the more those feelings keep returning to their mind. Right now, they're slowly realizing that the emotions they tried to suppress were real all along. Sometimes people need time to face what their heart already knows. For now, let things unfold naturally, and remember to only take what resonates with you.